Today we're going to winterize this Volvo Penta 4.3 GL with an SX outdrive without using any special kits. I think it's a more effective way to do it. It's kind of how I think MacGyver might do it. So all we're using is one small bucket, one larger bucket that I purchased once upon a time when I thought I was good enough to do a automatic transmission in the garage, but I'm glad I have it now. So we're going to just use these buckets to supply the coolant to the engine and then recirculate it so that we can make sure that we get all the areas in the engine free of any raw water so it doesn't freeze. I've already run the engine up to operating temperature, added the, prior to doing that, added the fuel stabilizer to the tank, enough to protect it through the winter and to treat all the fuel system, and ran it for a good long time to get the engine up to operating temperature. That way you know the thermostat's open and the water, the coolant, the antifreeze if you will, is going to flow to all the different parts of the engine and will be fully protected when it's done. So let's hook up our earmuffs here. And what we're going to do is we're going to let the first little bit flow out, and we're not going to catch it because the first water that comes out, the first fluid that comes out is going to be mostly water when we start to put our coolant in there. So we'll let that flow out. This is non-toxic polypropylene based antifreeze. So make sure you know the rules in your state. We're not going to let it flow on the ground. We're going to start catching it in this big bucket once we get the flow through there real good. So put our hose in there, make sure it's not kinked up in our bucket, and it'll stay. And we'll start drawing some coolant in there. I got all the rest of mine ready to go, so I can start pouring that in as we go to make up for that, and then we'll just let it recirculate from the big bucket. Now while this is recirculating, we can also go, when we get near completion, we think we got that fluid through all the parts of the engine. We can then go and fog our engine basically until it stalls, and then all the freeze protection should be good to go on this. Then we're going to change the oil, change the outdrive,